Hello. Welcome back to my channel for another empowered moment at Epona's Calling. Don't knock over my stuff now. Okay, my infant is here watching over me, helping me make sure that I do a great job with this video. She's outside playing. I'm hopefully not going to get eaten alive. But I wanted to come on and talk to you guys about one of my favorite things to do when it comes to being in alignment and reminding yourself of all of the opportunity that you have for abundance in your life. One of my favorite things to do is to come outside into my garden. No matter what is going on in the world, being out in nature is a constant reminder that no matter what's happening in the world, there is abundance and prosperity everywhere. The world is continuing to spin. Nature's cycles are continuing to move forward. There are still plants growing, lush grasses all around us. My sunflowers are looking awesome. I can't wait for them to bloom so you can see them. I'll come bring you out here and show it off to you. Hi, Braxton. But in those moments when you're feeling really stuck, you're feeling like life's given you the short end of the stick, when you're feeling stuck in lack mentality, when you're feeling like it doesn't get any better from here, right? When you're having all of those feelings, first and foremost, I want you to honor them and understand that every single feeling that you have is valid. For me, when I feel bad or negative feelings, I don't object them. I don't try to push them away. I don't try to disallow them. I simply assess them and say, what are you trying to tell me right now? What lesson do you want me to learn with this bad feeling, with this negative feeling? Now, sometimes all we can do is upgrade a little from that negative feeling. If we can do anything to pivot and upgrade the way that we feel, if we're feeling badly and we're able to move our energy to feel just a little bit better, that's success. That's a huge deal. And that's going to look different for every single person. The only person who knows what is right for you is you. That's one of the most empowering statements that I've ever heard. I am the only person who can know what is right for me and my feelings and my understanding and my shifting toward alignment. Again, alignment for me is being in that state of joyous well-being. We all are created to embody and vibrate at the level of joyous well-being. We are. If you don't believe that, that's okay. You'll get there eventually if you continue to seek and you continue to ask for clarity around your well-being. If you're watching my videos and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what she's talking about, she sounds like a wackadoodle, go ahead and assess and agree that you are open to learning. Say, I want to feel well. I ask for signs and synchronicity around well-being. I promise you, as soon as you start asking, you're going to start receiving. One of the biggest things that I did in my life, so let me tell you a little bit about where I came from, my backstory. I grew up in a really big city. I went to an art school for high school. I was around other super duper talented people. I grew up in Nashville, which was a super, super talented city. And my talents and gifts felt like white noise, right? And that's okay. Then as I grew into being an adult, I ended up meeting my husband, moving to the middle of nowhere to this most lush and abundant space, and I actually felt so empty. I was empty, dried up, not following my passions, and I genuinely felt like I had jumped from job to job. I had just had my son. I was feeling like a dried up, useless waste of space. Anybody else relate? There's a frog talking to me. If you can relate to that, leave me a comment and let me know. Let me know that you can relate to that. Because once I was in that place, sometimes we have to feel such heavy, dark emotions so that we know what we don't want to feel like anymore, right? So all those times when you're having negative, bad thoughts, I encourage you to really assess and think about why you're feeling this way. Is it so that you can understand that you don't want to feel this this way anymore so that you can upgrade? Possibly so. When I started asking, I started crying out from this place of feeling like I was just used up. I was a dried up well, right? So yucky. I had just had my son. I felt like a useless waste of space. I felt like none of my talents were worth being paid for. I felt like, I was good at everything that nobody wanted to pay you for. All of those things. I was not in a place or in alignment with receiving anything. Yeah. You talking to me? Oh yeah. Yeah. Eva's here to talk. I was in a horrible place, but guess what? I started asking, I said, oh my gosh, I don't want to feel this way anymore. It feels really awful and gross, and I feel depressed, and I feel sad and gross, right? Like so gross. I don't want to feel this way anymore. Yeah, I know. So I didn't want to feel that way anymore. As soon as I asked, someone appeared to me in my life. Her name is Iris, and she showed me a course called Unfake Your Life. And I said yes to that course. At that point, I paid $35 to pay for that course. And it felt like a huge amount of money. I felt like my husband was going to be so freaking pissed at me that I spent that $35 that we didn't have, yada, 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 the stories we tell ourselves, right? The ways that our brains encumber us and tell us that we lack. You lack nothing, friends. You lack nothing, my friends. So, I asked, I put out the money for it, I took that course, and I dove in face first into a manifestation course. I had never heard of manifestation in my life. I had never heard of the law of attraction. I had never heard of abundance mindset. I had never heard of being the creator of your life. Now, yeah, my dad had always told me that you can only decide how you feel. No one else can decide how you feel. Like those kind of things, but I had never heard of this idea that I could be the true driver in my life. I never heard that I could be in the driver's seat and I could be actively creating the life that I want to live every single day by aligning with well-being where I am right now. And so what I did and what I train people, what I show people, how I teach people now is how to live a life of well-being. I can't do the work for you. I can't do the work for anybody, of course. But that's one of the reasons why I come here. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing YouTube videos. That's one of the reasons why I do live Facebook videos. I do Instagram videos. I'm on Twitter. I do all the things because I have this need. I know that my soul chose to be on this planet right now to create community. I know that's why I'm here. It's a huge, deep calling in my soul. I am here to create community for people who are ready to be empowered to take extreme ownership of your life and take the driver's seat. Let's take the driver's seat, guys. So as you're on this channel, as you're figuring me out, I'm super quirky. I'm very loud. I'm kind of funny sometimes. Everybody, I don't try to be funny, but people are like, oh my God, you're hilarious. So I guess I just need to run with it and kind of own that part of my life, right? If people keep telling you, you must embody it, then let's just go with it. So I'm kind of funny, kind of not. I get by. I'm here though to just be real with you. So this morning's video that I created, I'm going to post this one tomorrow. But the video that I posted this morning about alignment in the morning, that's exactly what I do every single morning. And then when I'm in a place of lack, I come out to this garden. I sit in nature. I remember that I am an abundant being that is created in a powerful way that gets to take the driver's seat of my life. And the reminders that we lack nothing are everywhere. My kids remind me every day. This huge garden reminds me every day. This gorgeous, gorgeous green, lush planet that we live on reminds me every day. All of the relationships that I get to cultivate online, you guys, the fact that I get an unlimited amount of people who understand me and get me and love me for just being my weird ass self, man, that is so abundant. Another thing about me really fast before I go is that when I was feeling back in the past, dried up, nasty, all of that, I felt like I had no one understood me. No one loved me. No one saw me for me. No one just understood what I was saying. That's what I was telling myself. I felt alone. I felt like I had no one. But once I started asking, once I started saying, okay, I want differently for my life. I want to upgrade. Things started falling in my lap. Opportunities started arising. People started coming into my life. And if I had said no to that, if I had not been open in alignment with receiving, I would not be where I am now. I am a completely different vibration from the person that I was 3 years ago. But it's because I chose to ask loudly and boldly for what I wanted and then be in alignment with receiving. So that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about on this channel. If you are like, oh my gosh, I love this girl, you can go find me on Facebook, Addison Dion Culp. You can find me on Instagram at Epona's Calling. Go ahead and share this with a friend. If you need someone in your life that just speaks life over you, that just helps you remember who you are, that you're abundant, that you're capable, and that you lack nothing, that's what I'm here for. That is what literally gets me going. So like I said, my name's Addison. I'm an empowerment specialist, and I believe that every single human deserves an existence of joyous well-being surrounded by community that empowers them. And I am so thankful you're here. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe on my channel. I'm going to be going live every single day. I'm doing a 100-day live video challenge. So you're going to just get a crap ton of me over the next like 3-4 months. And I'm so excited to be here. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And if you got anything from this video at all, anything inspired you, please leave me a comment and let me know what fired you up. Okay, I love your faces. Bye.